Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and today I am going to discuss how can we have a good and meaningful conversation. So first of all I would like to tell you that like uh, why we can't have a small talk. So I will give you an example. Like if you ask somebody a question that how are you doing today? So the answer will be I am doing good. Then you can ask how is your day going? So the answer will be fine. So these are the small talks. And these talks doesn't have any base and doesn't have any deeper connection. Like having one word question to somebody, then you doesn't feel connected. Like if you have more conversation and good conversation, then you feel more connected. I clear my point that why we want good conversation and longer conversation rather than small talks. Because one of the reasons is also that while having small talks, we cannot feel satisfied and happy. And we often forgot the person also that having a small talk. Then on the other hand, if we have a person which have longer conversation, then we remember that person a longer and we feel good about it and happy about it. I will give you another example. Like if we go to some party and we have interact with few persons there, and we interact on a very uh on a very base level, like asking different questions. Like that, I give an example that how is your day going and how is your life going on. So these are the small word answers that the person can give you. So these are the small talks, and after coming from the party you didn't feel connected and happy. On the other hand, if you are the person who asks more questions and more dialogue with the person in the party, then you feel joy and happiness and remember the person longer and be happy about it, that okay, I great, I have good conversation today. So these are the difference between small talk and the good and deep conversations. So most often we want to have good conversation, and because to build good relationship and as well as to make us feel good about ourselves and the other person too. So that's why it is very important to have a good and deeper conversation in any relationship or with any person or any stranger you are meeting. Okay, so I will give you some examples or questions that you can ask to have good and deeper conversation. So you can ask questions like what is the best advice or the worst advice someone giving to you? What is the one thing that you buy is regretful for you? Like what is the one thing that you buy that you regret about? So these kind of questions. And either if you don't have any question that pop up in your mind, you can just share your experiences from the past that will help some person, or any learning you are doing these days you can share that also. Any skill you are developing, you can start with that conversation also. So these conversations will reach longer, and the person is also happy to share his or her experiences with you, and that will give you a beautiful joy and feel more connected with the other person. So these things we have to do rather than asking normal questions or daily based questions that have one word answer. We can start with a good healthy conversation by sharing our views on any topic or any book you are reading. You can discuss that. Even that I given some example of the questions, these questions you can ask. These are also very good questions. What is the best advice that someone is giving to you, or the worst advice, and these kind of questions. So these are the points that I want to discuss with you, and this is very important to express ourselves more. Because if we express ourselves more, we learn. I'm saying we have to express ourselves more, because if we express ourselves more, we feel more connected towards that person and also towards ourselves, and even we learn ourselves more when we express ourselves. So it is very important to have a deep conversation and meaningful conversation when we are talking to somebody. Even you must have heard somewhere that if we talk to ourselves, we should have honest conversation with ourselves. So the whole process of having deep conversation and good conversation is like having feel more connected, feeling more happy, and learn about themselves even ourselves more. So because small talks doesn't make us more connected, so we have to avoid that. And let's start with the deeper conversations and share some points to somebody, and the other person will also love to share his experiences. So I hope I made clear every point that I want to discuss. And this is it for today's video, guys, and I will be coming with next video very soon. Until then, bye.